Hey Sagittarius, it's Goddess Puff, and this is your next 48 for June 12th to the 13th. Jumping straight into it with an oracle card message for Sagittarius for the next 48 hours for Sagittarius. Next 48 hours for Sagittarius, June 12th to the 13th of 2021 for Sagittarius. All right. Sorry if that smacking was loud with the cards. All right, we have Fairy Glamour. Ooh. Finna be looking good. We have, I was gonna say boat. Some of you could own a boat, be on a boat, trying to be on a boat. I don't know. Well, we have bat direction. Keeping things afloat. Overall energy is mole superstition. So, very superstitious. Y'all are definitely, I pay close attention to superstitions. That's just me. But I feel like you have some type of sneaking suspicion. Your intuition is guiding you through this. Your intuition could literally guide you to a new hairstylist, new nail tech. I know mine has done that before. And it may seem minuscule at the time, but I'm telling you, something as small as getting a haircut can really make the difference. All right? It's the little things. But you're being led in a direction that is really going to level you up. Not just physically, but spiritually, emotionally, and mentally. You're getting a glow up inside and out. So let's clarify this for Sagittarius. I mean, it's going to look real. It's going to shine through, definitely. The inner work is definitely going to shine outwardly. Clarify this for Sagittarius. All right, last shuffle for Sagittarius. Alright, clarifying glamour is Ipis. And for bat direction is Behemoth. If you can see it. I got a lot of lights up in here trying to make it bright. Overall energy is Vual. Val. Vuall. Val. I'm going to look that up after we're done. I'm going to look up how to pronounce it. But let me get into it, tell you what it means, and then I'm going to clarify. Alright, so for Ipis. Ooh, past it. There we go. Alright, Ipis. Focus on long-term strategy and quick thinking when plans change. Yeah. So maybe your hairstylist can't book you, or barber, nail tech, or if you have a glam squad, or your tailor, your what's the person that picks out your clothes? Can't remember. But if something falls through with that, you can't get the outfit you want, the dress you want, the hair and nails you want, have a backup plan for that. Especially if you have an event coming up, have a backup plan for that. Also, if plans change, make sure you have a spirit team to fall back on, or something to switch it. I feel like something, you had your mind or schedule set on a certain person, place, or thing. And always have a backup in this situation. Like they said, focus on long-term strategy and quick thinking when plans change. So, like, I just got my backdrop today, right? Or my tarp or whatever. I bought 2 just in case I didn't like this one. Always have a backup plan. Alright, so let me go to Behemoth. And if you don't have one, it's time to, get one. Okay, so we have, like I said, Behemoth. Beware of considering natural instincts and actions. In moderation, beware of considering natural instincts and actions in moderation as things to be scorned or mocked. Some territorial feelings, hungers, and instincts are perfectly reasonable human reactions as long as we think before acting on them. Okay. So we all got hormones and emotions, and we all have rage. So whatever spectrum this is falling on, don't berate yourself for having these feelings. As long as you think, and especially in moderation, like if you want to have some ice cream, have some ice cream. Just don't have it 7 days a week, okay? It's like that. So anything's good, or I'm not going to say anything. Things are fine in moderation. Just don't let it become too much. Also, think before doing something. Don't just act on instinct always. All right, overall energy. I feel like this may be something very mundane, but it's going to be different for everyone. With superstition, glamour, and direction, I truly feel like you're focused on a glow up, and you're trying to find the right practitioner or right stylist. Make sure you do your research, have a backup, and don't just jump on the first thing. And just because it worked for someone doesn't mean it's going to work for you. Make sure you're focused on things that are tailored towards you. Because you don't want to go to someone, okay, for example, I wanted to get my hair dyed. And I found this great stylist, but she only dyed dreads. I don't have dreads. So if I would have went to her, it wouldn't have worked, because she's focused on dyeing a thicker packed hair. Mine is loose. So that wouldn't have worked. So don't just go to someone because they have good reviews. I'm not saying that they're a bad stylist or anything, but you got to go to things that are tailored towards you. Okay, so we have Val, or y'all, whatever. Focus on resolving differences with enemies, finding common ground, and friendship. Okay, so it doesn't have to literally be an enemy per se. But it's like if you've been having a feud or something with someone, or you've had an out with someone, focus on resolving that difference within yourself. Maybe you're battling a certain type of part within you, because that's the main thing I be battling with. I don't go back and forth with anyone besides myself. So that's usually the culprit here, going back and forth with yourself. Focus on fixing that. For those of you who are having an out with someone and things aren't at its best, find common ground and try to come to an understanding. I feel like if this is a hairstyle, I don't know why I'm getting like physical glamour. Let's clarify this and see what's going on. But if this is a hairstylist or just a physical person, I feel like you can come to common ground. Clarify this for Sagittarius. Last shuffle for Sagittarius. Let me see what this is, because I keep going back to the stylist. And I know y'all probably like, girl, that's not what this is. Take it how it resonates. We have the Ace of Swords. So truth here. Yo, make sure you speak up if you're going to get a hairstyle. Don't let somebody keep cutting your hair if you don't want them to keep cutting your hair. Also, I feel like you've leveled up past a person you've dealt with in the past. I don't care if you just broke up a week ago, month ago, year ago. Things have changed since you separated from this person. You're very different than what you were when you were with them. You're not vibrating at the same levels. So, yeah, speak your truth with that. Then we have Justice. A Libra could be involved here. Yeah. So someone has felt wronged in this situation. They feel duped in this situation because you got the upper hand in the situation. Like, not upper hand, like you got the better end of the stick. Because you spoke your truth and you stood in it. And this person, well, I don't think they did. We have the Queen of Swords. Oh, this is a lot of air. You're definitely dealing with an air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, strong Libra, or you have it in your chart. Then we have the Chariot. Cancer. Overall energy is the King of Swords. What is all this air energy? Good grief. Sagittarius, I had to check over and make sure I'm reading for Sagittarius. All this air energy. Very cerebral. You're all up in your head doing your research on this. With the Queen of Swords, it's quiet and no back talk. Okay? You're not playing with anybody. And because you're like cutting out the BS, I'm focused on her tattoo on her leg. That red tattoo. I don't know if you can see it because of the glare. But some of you may have some type of henna tattoo or tribal tattoo on your leg or calf or arm, wrist, whatever. It's like a red tribal tat. But anyway, because you're deciding to speak your truth and be blunt and straightforward and also not waste your time letting anyone throw you off, or you're just being smart about the decisions you make and you're not wasting time. Because of that, things are going to move forward rapidly for you with the Chariot. I feel like with the Queen of Swords here and the King of Swords being the overall energy, and someone are going to hash it out. Yeah, you and someone, and it's not going to, I don't feel that it's going to be, it might be crazy for some of you. I don't feel like it's going to be, I just feel like it's just necessary. Because it's like the truth is coming out in this situation. I feel that things weren't really spoken about or spoken upon. Maybe I feel like you didn't get a chance to say what was on your mind or what you meant. I feel like this person dominated the situation. It was really aggressive, didn't really let you speak before. But I feel like you've harnessed the energy where you don't have to yell over someone to be right. Like the loudest person in the argument is right. Like that's some really, what's the word? Stupid ass energy. All right. You realize that you can stay in your calm, collected, intelligent, intellectual energy and not have to stoop to someone else's little stupid ass level. All right. Yeah, and then my throat is like I have to keep clearing it. I feel like this person did not allow you a chance to speak your mind. And then they said what they needed to say and ran off. And now they're trying to come back with their tail between. It's so stupid. And it's like you didn't chase them. You didn't follow after them. You didn't do anything. You didn't try to correct them or prove them anything. So now they're coming back towards you because they didn't hear from you. And you're just looking at them like, okay. And like I said earlier, because you didn't hear me, this is what it's going to be. I'm not budging. It's like this person came back to reinforce what they wanted to also be like, okay, are you going to listen? Are you going to come with me? Are you going to do this? And you're like, I said what I said. It's not my fault you didn't hear it. Pretty much. That's what I'm getting from you. Let me read what Ipis is again. Just one more time. Hey guys, don't be arguing. My guinea pigs just started arguing for some reason. That could be significant. They really be arguing. Like, they really be talking to each other and going back and forth. They don't even be fighting each other anymore. They'll just get in each other's face and really have a verbal disagreement. And that is hilarious. But that's what I feel like you're handling this with, class. Focus on long-term strategy and quick thinking. Yeah, so just speak your truth. Don't act out. Don't react. Respond. Justice. Ace of Swords. Speaking your truth with clarity. Because just like with any kind of fight, whether it's physical or verbal, I do not condone physical. Don't even engage in that. Call the police. But this is a verbal disagreement, right? So with any kind of disagreement, as soon as you get angry, you've lost. Respond. Don't react. And I feel like that's what you're in. You're in a responsive way. This person that you're having this discussion with, they're the type of person to calmly say things to trigger you so that when you react, you look crazy. Narcissistic energy. The best way to win is to not react at all. Don't even respond, because you don't have to go back and forth with this person. This person is banking on you reacting and also you trying to prove something to them. They just want a reaction. Just don't even engage. That's what I do with negative comments. I don't go back and forth. I just hide you, and now you're talking to yourself. That's what you should do. Just like, oh, that's nice, and keep it moving, because at the end of the day, they're the ones who left the comment. They're mad. I'm not. I'm going to go about my day. So that's what you should do. They say something. They come back and look at them. Trying to be sneaky like, well, so. And then trying to, look at, he got a sword in his hand. About to throw it, trying to trigger you. And then look at her. He's throwing the sword, right? And then she's got it in her waist. So it's like she's collected that. She's unharmed by that. And she's like, wow, that's all you got? Okay. Keep that in mind. Stand by your truth. And if you do feel the need to speak your truth, just speak it and there it is. Don't expect no type of reaction or response from this person. Speak your truth. It is what it is and let it go. If you do decide to speak to someone and speak your truth, don't do it in hopes that they're going to react a certain way or expecting them to react a certain way. They will never react the way you want them to, because if they did, you wouldn't be in this situation. You know what I mean? So whatever you're doing, make sure it's for you. And if this is a glamour type thing, do your research and have a backup. But this person, what they lack in, because this person with the King of Swords, I feel like you're also taking control of the situation, but I feel like you're more so in your feminine energy, whereas this person is trying to be controlling, and that's where they fail. Yeah, they fail at that in this situation. And by you being calm and standing by your truth and speaking your truth plainly and not reactive, you get to move forward out of this, and they're staying stuck. I mean, that's just their karma. With the Justice card and the Ace of Swords, because they see the truth. And you didn't respond, and now they see the truth. So they said what they said, and they thought you were going to chase them. You didn't. All right? This is a little lengthy one, and I've been preaching for a minute, but I feel like y'all needed to hear this. What is it, Sagittarius? It says focus on resolving differences with enemies and finding common ground in friendship. That's what you're focused on. You're focused on equal give and take, common ground. I feel like that can be reached with the Queen and King of Swords. That can definitely be reached within yourself and with another person. With the King and Queen of Swords, just make sure it stays this way. It doesn't get reactive. But I do see that happening. Things being hashed out, karma being dealt, and things being resolved. I do see that here, as long as as long as no one's trying to get a rise out of someone, as long as no one reacts, I see it as possible. But if you're not dealing with an individual who can reach that common ground, you can just state your truth and be out of there, or don't respond at all. All right, Sagittarius, that is your reading for the next 48 hours. I know I went on a rant, but I send you peace, blessings, and love. Namaste.